Hello guys, my name is Lil Tomo. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collection review. As you know, I'm Lil Tomo with the booster, good old Sonic the Hedgehog, the ultimate... Actually no, he is the ultimate life bomb. The most anxious of the anks. Raise the roof, Shadow! Alright, let's get into the actual review. Now, obligatory information regarding why I'm doing this. Essentially, there's 5 in the series. As you can see from the tag, there is a Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Sonic, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Opposed to doing one massive review, which is going to take so long, I'm going to do 5 individually. A, because it gives you the option to look specifically at the plushie you're more or less interested in. B, also for the fact that if I do one hit, the review will be too long. And C, each plushie deserves their, own special cameo, because Shadow is the ultimate life form. Alright, let's get into the actual review. Now, this was a plushie created for Sega Prize Europe. You can see that on his butt, Sega Prize Europe. And I'm not 100% sure on how you would win it, to be honest. I'm guessing it's from a catching machine, or if you redeem tickets or something. Purely a guess, of course, correct me if I'm wrong. But it definitely was never released here in Australia, sad. So I definitely purchased this on Amazon and eBay. Well, I purchased this on eBay as a set on all 5, but you can purchase this in like eBay and stuff. It's still out there, unless you find it in one of those theme parks, which I'm not even sure where you would get it in a theme park. But it says it on the tag, so I'm gonna have to believe it. So let's get to the actual review. What makes this plushie and every other plushie awesome, except I guess Amy, would be the fine details to, well, the attention to details. Here you have Shadow the Hedgehog, you have his eyes, you have his red eyes, awesome, and his black little pupil. Now, they didn't have to add it, but they did. They added like extra stitching for the little aspect, little white dot on his eyes. Why? Because they're awesome. I don't know who actually made it, but they're awesome for making them. Another attention to detail, which more or less was needed, was these little red marks on the side. Obviously, Shadow is with Shadow. You have this balding-ish effect on his eyes, kind of gives him this very badass, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, I'm vibrating sort of aspect to it. You have his nose, awesome. Once again, you have his little sad, not sad, but he's very annoyed, pissed off sort of smile, saying, yeah man, don't mess with me, look. You have his ears, awesome, fine detail. Now this part, the next part I'm going to show you is something that I'm really just like over the moon for, amongst other things. You have all the red mark, which is obviously part of Shadow, and if you flip it around, you have all the red marks around his actual, spikes. You have around each one, awesome. You even have 2 spikes at the front and back, which kind of makes him look like he's a flying little, little shadow, or he has tumors, which is a weird thing to be saying. But you have spikes and you have his little towers. Now these ones look a bit off, but I see why they still added it. Awesome nonetheless. You have his tag, which says Sonic the Hedgehog, which isn't the case. He is Shadow, of course. And flip it on the actual other side, you have Sega Prize Europe. Awesome. So his back is extremely well done. Now this has to be mentioned simply because it's something that's always bothered me as a kid, more so as an adult. Each plushie that I've seen nowadays, their hands tend to be like bolted into one, like they're just separated by like literally stitches, right? But they've actually gone on their way to make a fingers and a thumb on either opposing hands, so it looks like he's actually, has fingers and hands. Don't hurt me, I'm Shadow. Ballet. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, you have his chest. Each chest hair, well not chest hair, but has a little chest. If you want to mess around with that, I don't know why you would, but there you go. He's got a fat little belly. Now, another thing that you will need to mention is you have his rings, right? And you have these little, like, what is it? Glove handles, if you really can call that. Now, they didn't have to add this, but they did. The red markings on, which is essentially covered by that. Like I said, it doesn't matter, but just the awesome attention to detail, they've added that little red mark there, which is on both hands, which is awesome. On the shoes, they've actually captivated that to its core essence. I guess if you really wanted to argue, they're meant to be like little circles around there, because he doesn't actually run per se, he hovers. But yeah, that's a small nitpick, but then again, the fact that they even put anything underneath it is more than enough, to be directly honest with you. You have his, of course, shoes at the front there, all fine detail. You have his little sock things, you have his little rings there, all puff enough. There's enough, I don't even know what's cotton, maybe, inside it? Probably cotton inside it. But yeah, the overall plushie itself is phenomenal. Like, this is exceptionally great. Just before I end it, on the 2 tags you get obviously the stuff that comes with collectible, but you have Shadow the Hedgehog with a bunch of age. I know weight is 35 kilos. How do you weigh a hedgehog? Well, in the Sonic universe, you don't never see that. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, this plushie is overall exceptionally great. Now, of course, that being said, if you're new to collecting Sonic plushies and all that sort of stuff, this is definitely something I recommend you pick up first if you don't want to spend too much money. It's about $30 a piece. Of course, it sounds a bit expensive. You know, it wasn't for me because of obviously work and all that. But for its stitching and its overall design, I think it's phenomenal. It's definitely something that I feel that's going to go up in value if you're one of those people over time. They're still currently being sold right now on eBay and Amazon. Last time I checked, varies by retailer. But it's definitely, I feel like it's going to go up in value if you're one of those people, of course. But if you're not, you just want to pick up a plushie for the sake of picking up the plushie, look, pick this up, pick up all of them actually. Not so much Amy. Amy's a bit off. She's a bit on the lumpy side, really. But if you're into just Shadow, pick Shadow up, man. He is awesome. You can't go wrong with this. But yeah, that's pretty much. I cannot praise this plushie any more than what I already have, because it sounds like I have a sad fixation towards it. But like I said, I don't buy plushies a lot because a lot of them aren't my cup of tea at the end of the day. But the ones that I do pick up, I mostly recommend because it's worth, you know, the weight in gold. But guys, tell me what you think of this this actual plushie. I want your honest opinion. The rarity will probably be 2 stars out of 10. Like I said, you can still purchase it until further notice. I'm not going to raise it up any more than that. Now guys, speed on, take care, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. Take care guys, and speed on.